Buongiorno a tutti, mi chiamo Patrick e benvenuto nel mio canale. Per questo video voglio portare con te nel nostro recente viaggio a Roma e nella città del Vaticano. Same with our recent trip to Paris, our trip commenced at London and we flew out of Gatwick Airport going to Rome Fiumicino Airport, also known as Leonardo da Vinci International Airport. From Fiumicino, the fastest option towards the center of Rome is the Leonardo Express. This train takes you to Termini station in 32 minutes and runs every 15 minutes. The Pantheon is famous for being the most preserved monument of ancient Rome. It was constructed as a temple dedicated to the gods and became the burial ground for several important people, including famous artists and kings. Another tourist spot that you should not miss when you're in Rome is the Colosseum. The construction of the Colosseum began in 72 AD, which makes the Colosseum over 1,900 years old. The Colosseum is also famous for being the world's largest amphitheater. As with the other amphitheaters, the Emperor Vespasian intended the Colosseum to be an entertainment venue hosting gladiator fights, animal hunts, and even mock naval battles. The Fontana di Trevi, or the Trevi Fountain, is perhaps the most famous fountain in the world. The fountain is one of the oldest water sources in Rome. The amount of people crowded around taking photos in such a small space can make it a bit difficult to get up close and personal for your own photos. So I highly suggest that you get there as early as you can to avoid a big crowd. The Trevi Fountain coin-throwing tradition involves standing with your back to the fountain and using your right hand to toss a coin over to your left shoulder. This will apparently ensure good luck and that you will return to Rome in the future. But did you know that the coins being thrown in the fountain are actually destined for charity? The coins are gathered, weighed, and cleaned. Then they are handed over to Caritas, which is a Catholic charity that is headquartered in Rome. What I personally consider as the highlight of this trip is when we went to the Vatican City. St. Peter's Basilica is one of the holiest sites of Christianity and Catholic tradition.
Say 30 to 1 minutes to 1 hour.
Facade, every corner of the interior, the dome, and the grottos are all works of art. No wonder it took 120 years for the basilica's construction to be completed. St. Peter's Basilica is the burial site of St. Peter, who was the head of the 12 apostles of Jesus, and according to the tradition, the first bishop of Antioch, and later the first bishop of Rome, rendering him the first pope. Another highlight of the trip is when we've attended the papal audience. It is also called the general audience, and this is when the Pope addresses the crowd in different languages. The general audience is held in St. Peter's Square every Wednesday at 9 o'clock a.m. when Pope Francis is in Rome. It is not a mass, but the Pope gives a theme speech followed by prayers, a homily, and some singing.
Saludos de Colombia, padre. Colombia,
It's not hard to fall in love with the city of Rome. It is pretty much impossible not to. A city that is rich in history, food, art, and culture. From the long walks on narrow cobblestone streets, the amazing ancient Roman architectures, the best pizza, gelato, and pasta. Having never experienced the Italian atmosphere before, coming to Rome for the first time was like stepping into another world. The unexplainable feeling of being inside the St. Peter's Cathedral, walking past through the tombs of the popes, a once-in-a-lifetime experience of seeing and just be a couple of inches away from Pope Francis. Who needs skyscrapers when you have views and moments like those anyway? So as I end the video, all I can say is, Grazie Roma e Vaticano, e citare un'esperienza.